All right, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Overdose. I'm your host, Jaye. Today, I'm joined with a special guest. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Alyssa.
All right, Alyssa, where can I find you?
You can find me at Alyssa_Zenitram.
All right, if you want to follow her, the link will be in the description below. And please like this video, subscribe to this video. If you don't, you have a high chance of having a small dick. All right, so important thing men must do if you're addicted to sex. Let's watch the video first before you even make any assumptions.
No, I don't think men and women are equal, but I do agree with you that
men and women are equal.
There's less.
Arm wrestle Andrew right now. Let's see if men and women are equal. Let's
go. Why are you coming at me? I'm agreeing with you.
I thought you said we are equal.
No, I'm saying I don't think we're equal at all,
okay.
and I don't think, and I do agree with you that I think it's harder to find like an eligible man than it is to find like a bad bitch. I feel like
True.
women do have, like, we have to do less to find a decent man than men do to find a decent woman. But
hold on. Oh no, let me finish. Let me finish.
Think about it. Like,
I mean,
the more money you make as a woman, the more doors close.
Yes.
The more money a man makes, the more doors open.
But also, it's difficult for independent.
Yes.
Explain that.
What?
Explain that.
The more doors, the more money you make, the more doors close because you won't accept guys who make way less money than you. You're going to always be looking at something higher. So the more money you make, then the more potential people.
There's not a lot of people that are going to want to be doing the same stuff I'm doing.
What do you mean? Hold on,
or
wait,
like,
what?
if I have a lot of money, there's not a lot of people that are going to match my rate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
So the more doors close for you, but if the more money I make, I can date a person who works at McDonald's. It doesn't make a difference. So
yeah, I don't want to take care of nobody.
Well, you're different
not
than
financially. I don't want
again.
financially.
Most women don't, but for men, we don't care about taking care of as long as we getting the equivalent value in exchange for that. But yeah, let's continue.
And as women too, because men like to have that financial and other type of control over you.
But before we go any further, because I think Andrew's about to speak, do you agree that men and women are not equal?
Yeah, we don't get paid the same, so how are we going to be equal?
I'm not even talking about just pay-wise. I'm talking about as a human to another human, male to female.
No.
Okay, just want to make sure that's clear. All right.
You know what? But let me say something now. Let me make this very clear. Maybe I'm just old and wise, right? But I'm not ignorant when I find a good woman. If I find a good woman and I know she's doing things for me which are unusual, if I truly know that I can trust that every single dude she met that messages her on Instagram gets ignored, if I know that if I say, look, baby, make me coffee in the morning, I'm tired, or I'm hungry, she looks something, or the house is always clean, or whatever, I'm not stupid. Maybe a lot of men who treat you like shit in those situations aren't experienced with women, and they can replace that.
Yeah.
I know if I find a good woman that she deserves respect, because I know how hard that is to find.
Facts.
Finding beautiful women is
Easy.
easy.
Yeah.
But finding a girl who's actually down for you is very hard.
Yeah.
So if I get one, I keep her. Because I'm not a fool, right?
On the team. AJ, you
He said on the team.
What?
got a question for the guys?
I said, honestly, I do agree with you. Like I said, like I think it's harder to find, like, there's less eligible, rich, good-looking, successful men. Like, it's harder to find an eligible man.
For you personally, do you look for someone that's like makes way more money than you, or does that matter significant in your life?
I feel like either you're at my level or better.
Okay, so as long as a person is at your level or better, then you're willing to give him a try, I'm guessing.
Right.
Okay, now question. I
I
always
feel like if I meet you initially and that's what the situation is, like that.
Okay.
And like if you have like a downfall, I'm not gonna leave you. Obviously, I'm gonna help you get through it. But like you know.
Okay. I always ask this question, so I'm gonna ask you as well. You're a guy. You see a guy. He's cute, whatever. Y'all start dating. You found out he works at McDonald's. He's a McDonald's manager, but he makes $50,000 a year, and he's content with making that $50,000, and he doesn't want to, pursue anything else because for whatever reasons. Would you be okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, why'd you hesitate? That seems like a no then.
Like, I feel like you want me to say no, but I'm like, if you're making money and you're good and you don't have a problem with what you're doing, it doesn't affect me. I'm not the one that has to deal with that. You have to deal with that.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Majority of girls that I've asked said no. So I'm curious, why would you say yes?
I don't know. I guess I've seen I don't know if my background is like, I've seen like my grandparents like broke their back for their family. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So once you see that, like, I can respect you if you work hard for your family, regardless. You know?
Oh, regardless of where.
What do you mean?
Where? Like the actual job title as well as the amount.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's continue.
Man, to
Like you're
marry
successful.
or whatever.
So most guys
Yeah.
now to you, like if they ain't making a certain amount
But
of money a month, they're like,
I
you're,
feel like when you're a successful woman, though, it is a little bit harder too, because a lot of men like to have the upper hand and they feel threatened. Like, I made more money than my last 2 exes, and I felt like because of that they cheated on me to like kind of have a one up on me. You know what I mean? To like feel like
Wait,
because
what?
I felt like I was the alpha in the last 2 relationships because
see what you're
I
saying.
really
Yeah, true.
I see
I
what you're
paid
saying.
for everything, and so I felt like I was really doing the most, and then I got
Wait,
fucked
you
over
paid
in
for
the
everything?
end.
You were simping?
Everything.
You were simping.
Both of my exes moved in with me. Like, I was a fucking simp. And I'll never go back to that life. Trust and believe that. But I'm just saying, like, through that, I realized.
Before we continue, do you feel like you can be in a relationship like that, where you're paying for majority of everything? You're the one that's providing
No.
the leadership and the financials. You just said no straight off the bat.
No, I'm not gonna like that.
Even if you like the person, you really enjoy the person, they
No,
are
but
trying to get on their feet.
I'm not gonna like that.
Okay.
Unless like I've been with you for like forever long and I know that you're just going through your downfall.
Gotcha.
I can't deal with it from jump. Nah, I'm not gonna like you if that's what we're dealing with from jump.
Gotcha. So you have to have put in some work and some time at.
Yes, I have to trust and believe you
Gotcha.
to know that you're gonna get from this little hole
To
You know what I
something
mean?
else out.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
A lot of men don't like a woman to be independent
Well,
and successful
AJ,
because then it's easy for me to just dip
Let's keep
out.
it a stack though. Let's keep it a stack.
Yeah.
That like it doesn't work when a woman is in a financial leadership position.
No, I agree.
It just doesn't work.
I agree.
Like you'll tolerate it for a little bit. Like
Yeah.
you'll pay a bill here, there.
And
Yeah.
that's
After
what
a
I was
couple of
trying to do.
months-
I was hoping they would get on their feet and fucking like
Nah.
help out.
Yeah.
No, they
Yeah.
want to take advantage of that, and I'm sure it's I'm sure it's flip flop too. Like if you're paying for everything and you're literally the breadwinner and you're doing everything, guaranteed you will get taken advantage
No.
of.
Men
Nah.
don't care though. That's the
We don't-
difference.
yeah.
That's why I'm saying men always need to lead. Because if a man is
Sometimes
paying all
they
the
do,
bills, he ain't
though.
gonna care.
They can hold shit over your head though. Like
But a
Yeah,
man's-
it's
here's the
annoying.
difference. A
No,
man's-
okay, you said something. What?
That's annoying. Like
What?
if like
What?
if you make more money than me
Uh-huh.
and you handle more of the expenses,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear nothing. Like,
What do you
I
mean
don't
when you
want
say
to
nothing?
rub anything in my freaking face saying like, oh yeah, but I paid for this, I paid for that, I paid for this. Like, if you're a man, just own it. Like,
Okay, hold on, no. I need you to give me a context because I think there's different holding it over you. I think if you're like, oh, I did this and for you, and it's kind of like a controlling thing that's different from you just not being feminine and not willing to do anything in the house, and he's telling you, hey, I do all this other stuff, so you need to contribute in other ways.
I don't-
That's completely different for me
I don't
personally.
understand that. So
You don't understand what?
like, my house is clean, so I don't understand. That wouldn't be an issue for me.
Okay, I'm more talking about if you were living together, right, and he was paying majority of the bills.
Yeah, the
Okay.
house would be. The house should always be clean, regardless.
Okay.
Everything should be done like.
Okay. Now,
In
would you be the
general-
one that's cleaning? That's essentially what
I
he's
mean,
asking.
we should both be able to clean.
Mm.
We should both clean. I don't want to have to pick up over a dirty ass man. I'm not gonna like you if you're dirty. I won't be with the
Okay.
dirty man. Like, no,
Okay.
I'm not your mother. Like, I'm gonna make sure my fucking space is clean regardless because it's
Okay.
my space and I respect my space.
Uh-huh.
But you need to respect our space too.
Okay.
So.
Well, of course, he's not going to be throwing his fucking underwear here and there,
but boys do that. Like, men do that.
well,
So.
the niggas I know don't do that. So my point is, let's say again he's taking care of all of the bills financially. A lot of times he's not going to have time for certain things. For instance, let's say he want to make himself a quick bite to eat because he don't want to wake you up, and he just leaves the dishes in the sink. Is that cleaning up after yourself, or is that acceptable in your terms?
I feel like, I don't know. Sometimes usually I've never had to deal with anybody that had like a really different schedule of my own.
Mhm.
So like usually like in the relationships I've been of like if I cook, sometimes you wash the dishes. If you cook, sometimes I wash the dishes. I like it to be fair in that way, you know?
Okay. So you want to be okay? So question.
If you hit me up and you're like, hey, like I was in a rush, like, can you please wash the dishes for me? I'll do it.
That's weird because if he's taking care of most of the bills financially, why you can't take care of most of the house?
But the house is already taken care of. Like, I take care of the house. If I have to do my laundry, I'm gonna do our laundry.
Okay, gotcha.
If I have to cook, I'm gonna cook for us.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So like the house is. If I'm gonna clean the whole house.
Okay.
Like in general, my house is gonna be clean.
Okay. But the way you explained it sounded like it was more like a 50-50 type of
But in
deal.
that way, like if I'm cooking for us,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have to help me out. Help me by washing the dishes. I met this old man and he was with his wife for like 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I bring her flowers every Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and whenever she cooks, I wash her dishes. That's my job.
That
Nobody
one
else.
Friday?
He said no every day.
Oh, okay.
He said nobody else is allowed to wash my dishes. I wash them for my wife every night. That's what he said. I think that is
Right.
so
And he
cute.
was the breadwinner, meaning like he was paying majority of the bills.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's move on.
Attraction for you
Don't
is
be a
not
hater.
indicative on it whether you pay
Okay.
the bills or he does.
Oh, agreed.
If he pays the bills,
Yeah.
he's still gonna love you the same. He's not gonna care. But for a
I
woman,
agree.
if she's paying the bills, she's gonna build that resentment and lose attraction.
I agree, but you could still take advantage of them without.
But I would say this, right? Most guys that would date
could
you
still
and you make
take-
more money than them, they're bums. Let's keep it a stack
Yeah,
here.
definitely.
So those type of guys are
That's
gonna take
on me.
advantage of you.
That's on me for
every
dating a
single-
fucking bum.
There you
But
go.
you know what? Now I know.
There you go.
And I can say what I've learned from it. So
Okay.
Fuck it.
Hey, well, you know what? We're all
Yeah.
at one
At
time.
one point, yeah.
Hey, stupid.
You got a question or not?
Oh no, I have honestly a statement though.
All right,
But
go
it's gonna
ahead.
piss y'all.
Sure.
Say it.
My statement, and this is true. I believe this to my soul. Every man is gay. Period.
Wait, what, bitch? I'm sorry. Like, wait, what? Let me hold on.
Every man is gay. At least in the industry, Hollywood, rappers, athletes, y'all are all fucking gay. I know it for a
She
fact.
doesn't mean that.
No,
Y'all be surprised.
bitch, I do
Y'all
mean
will be
it.
surprised.
I
All right, this is coming to a whole nother Oh, matter of fact, let's
mean
listen.
that. I know
So I think
for a
I've heard
fact
this
I've been
before.
around these dudes. They're all gay.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Low-key.
Stop the show real quick. Stop the show. Are we talking about like really on the other team and happy? Let's try to call
They're
it happy.
on the down low. Like,
so
down
like they're really
low.
doing it, or you
They're
just
really
saying
doing
undercover?
it. They're doing it on the down low. They
Undercover?
don't want that shit exposed because they're in the public eye, and that's fucking embarrassing. It'll ruin their image because they're a rapper. Like, half these rappers are sucking dick, bro.
One man. Straight.
On purpose.
Damn, bro.
But,
I don't know. I'm not there.
That's
So.
my
let's-
statement.
let's-
Respond. I
let's
want you to
assume-
respond.
No, let's assume what you say is true, right? Because
Okay.
it's easy to say what you're.
It
It's
is.
easy to call you a liar.
They've
Let's
been
assume what
through
you're
so
saying
much.
is true.
Thank you.
Then that just proves my point. You may not see it, but that just proves an absolute obsession in the modern world with the acts of sex, how sex feels, certain sexual acts. This is a different sexual act than that sexual act. Everything I was saying earlier about a connection with somebody and actually trying to build a future with somebody would prevent everything. I hate to go on like and sound religious or some shit, but this is what all this is about, right? You meet a woman, you fall in love with a woman. Sex with that woman is about something beyond purely the physical act of sex. If you're someone who's living in the modern world, like these rappers and people are, and they're obsessed with just being connected to nobody, having no depth as an individual,
Just
having
designer
no
clothes.
soul, just sex, you'll probably fuck anything. You'll fuck a man, a cow, a fucking woman. Who gives a shit,
R.
right?
Kelly.
You're right.
You know,
Oh my
so
God.
that's what a lot of this is. A lot of the conversations we're having are based on a complete lack of morality as an individual and depth as an individual. And I think, genuinely, if you've had enough sex,
Yeah.
I've been 24, I was world champion at 23, right? I've fucked enough. If I'm going to be with a woman now, I want to actually enjoy my time with her when I'm not having sex with her. Call me romantic.
Which is like
Yeah.
95%
Call me
of the
romantic,
time.
but that's what I want. And
Yeah,
a lot of
you're
these
right.
a lot of these dudes are like, oh, all I do is fuck, da-da-da. Then, yeah, they're probably going to end up putting their dick in a man's mouth, because what the fuck else are they going to do? What else are they going to do?
Yo, you know.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on that? That was very enlightening statement that you made about the culture of the hookup culture, about the guys just want to have sex, girls just want to have sex, hot girl summer, etc., and being, not really, I guess, intimate, more so sex, move on, sex, move on. What are your overall thoughts about that?
What are my overall thoughts about that?
Yes.
I hope that all these athletes aren't out here fucking like that. Like, but I wouldn't disagree that how he was saying, like, in his 20s, like he was fucking whatever. So I wouldn't disagree that, you know, some people are not curious of what the other side looks like. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. But okay.
I feel like girls are more inclined to try out the other side.
Yes.
And have it be known, and like, who cares, you know?
True.
But I think you guys also have the same thoughts as well, but are less inclined to actually take action or let it be exposed.
Okay.
Because of how it'll be viewed.
Okay. Yes, I can. Well, let me say no. A lot of guys, well, at least the guys I know, they definitely probably don't have the same thoughts as the other guys.
Yeah, but they're definitely not gonna let you know.
Of course. Well, I don't. Number two, yes, it is looked at as something bad, because if you will ask a lot of women, would you have sex with a guy that had sex with a guy before you? A lot of them would say no. I'm unattracted to that. That's not something that I like. I don't want my guy with another guy. So if you was to put that on someone, it's kind of like, bitch, you calling me gay? I gotta fight you for that, because you kind of killing my chances for other women, if that make more sense. So that's why guys are much more like, you know, crazy when someone calls them quote unquote happy.
I feel like it, like, yeah, that could be possible outcome, but it's more so because of how they will be viewed by other men, because it's not as accepted. Like, being gay for a man is not as, it's not very accepted in y'all's community. Like,
Nah, that's false. That's false. I'm telling you straight up, that's false. A guy, you can accept a gay friend, a gay guy, or whatever, but it's mostly women that you not wanting to put a lower, I guess, threshold on. For a lot of guys, we don't really care what the other person is doing, like behind their closed doors. They could be having threesome orgies, whatever the fuck they do it. But if you was to say that and put that on me, my chances for women could be up here, and then you say that and it goes down to here. So that's what we care more about, for sure. I'm telling you that straight up. But overall, what are your thoughts about the hookup culture and about the not being intimate with someone when you have sex with them?
I don't understand it. I don't know. I feel like I don't be having meaningless sex. So
Okay.
I feel like that's weird to me.
Okay.
Like,
So you have to have like a connection with someone.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. I
Gotcha.
don't have hookups like that.
Okay. And would your girlfriends agree with that statement that you made?
Not all of them.
Oh, so you got some bangers out here. All right. All right. And where can they find you?
Alyssa_Zenitram.
All right. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you want to finish watching this video or any other videos, the links will be in the description below as well. Join the Patreon army, and I'm out. Peace.